There was confusion on the flagship of the 2,000-strong Ungleat fleet.
"Scan those ships again. This reading can't be right."
The junior officer started rapidly pressing buttons.
"It's the exact same."
The Admiral scoffed. Ape engineering. He suddenly keeled over. Grand Admiral Umnor nearly fell out of his captain's chair laughing. He was laughing so hard he started to choke on his own tongues. The boatswain swiveled 3 of his 4 eye stalks to look at him, diligently keeping one on his workstation.
"Are you okay, Admiral?" "I'm fine."
The entire bridge crew was looking at him now.
"Seriously, I'm fine."
He laughed again.
"Those stupid humans. They sent only 3 ships to protect the forgettable rock they call Earth. What kind of name is Earth anyway? It literally translates to dirt."
The human ambassador had talked a big game about their military prowess. What a joke. Amnor couldn't believe he was actually anxious as they dropped out of FTL. The savage apes only managed to scrounge up 3 ships, and they each were only armed with 4 absolutely primitive kinetics. They were only half the size of Amnor's ship, and most of their mass was in ammunition storage. He was surprised that they were even FTL capable. They didn't even have backup shield generators. Even the lowliest of sentient bacteria was wise enough to have that on a battleship. The human ships started turning in formation, presenting their size to the massive alien fleet.
"Hail the humans!"
The comms officer opened a channel. The Admiral decided to gloat. He might as well. What could they possibly do to his fleet? A hologram of a human in an immaculate white naval uniform appeared, and immediately spoke. "Thank you for coming, old boy. We're going to put on a jolly good show with your fleet." Amnor nearly had another laughing attack.
"Ha! You pathetic apes! You really thought that you could hold a candle to the might of Unglia? I'm going to disable your ships and make you watch as I glass your pathetic planet."
The human wasn't fazed. It even started to laugh. "Good luck with whatever afterlife you believe in, old boy." The humans cut the transmission. Amnor was confused. Normally a threat like that reduced whatever it was directed at to sobs. Amnor frowned.
"What a strange race."
He opened his command channel and spoke to the entire fleet.
"Fire when ready."
On the bridge of the UNFS Dreadnought, the human admiral issued 2 commands. "Guns active. Counter thrusters flank speed." The human admiral began to chuckle. What utter fools. It was impossible to stay standing without holding onto something when the guns fired, even with inertial dampeners set to an extremely unsafe power level, and engines that put out thrust 4 times the mass of the ship, dedicated solely to countering recoil. The Dreadnought's 4 free-barreled 24-inch Gatling guns began to spin, as they accelerated rapidly towards the enemy fleet. Her sister ships mirrored her actions just moments later. The Ungleat fleet unleashed a massive barrage of plasma. The humans were completely unfazed. The first officer perked up. "All systems ready." The human admiral smiled as he grabbed a handrail. "Brace for recoil." If space weren't a vacuum, everything in a 1,000-mile radius would be deafened by the of 12 24-inch Gatling guns firing at 400,000 RPM. The human fleet jolted to a stop and accelerated away from their targets. "Time to impact. 3, 2... Amnor screamed.
"How are they still alive?"
Amnor began shaking with fear.
"Each of those ships was hit with enough plasma to melt a planet. What did they just shoot at us?"
The damage control officer was a nervous wreck. The trembling officer tried to speak but lost control of his bowels instead.
"Out with it!"
The poor wretch gulped. Amnor's mouth fell agape as he stared at the viewport. "It says error, sir." Amnor wasn't even listening. His tongues flew from his mouth as he screamed. He saw millions of little specks, and they were getting bigger. 1. The entire Ungleed fleet was engulfed in explosions. A fleet 2,000 strong that, when all combined, took 9,000 years and sextillions of credits to build, was evaporated by 3 ships in less than 5 seconds flat. The human admiral felt bad. Someone was going to have to clean up the mess he just made.